Ongoing attacks in the Tana Delta is raising doubts about the government's commitment and will to end the chaos. Over 160 people have died since last year when the violence erupted. Now, the deaths have not spared security agents, raising fears that armed groups could be behind the clashes. And as KTN's Lindah Oguttu reports, many questions remain unanswered, and the buck has to stop with someone.
20 and rising. That is the total number of people killed in Tana Delta in 2 days in attacks and counter-attacks that have pitted two communities against each other. The two will just not agree on how to share the grazing and farming resources along the river Tana.
I don't know what's happening with these two communities, because they seem not to be interested in development.
The 20 are part of over 140 people who have so far been killed in senseless killings in the Tana Delta, including 9 police officers. The resurgence of the killings making it clear that this number could go higher.
For as long as these people in Tana think and believe that the government has no capacity or it doesn't have the will to deal with this problem decisively, then I think we are yet to see worse things. The moment the population targets law enforcement officers, any government should start asking itself, what is it that we are thinking about, and now something is happening.
At the height of the killings, members of parliament toyed with the idea of deploying the military to quell the attacks. President Mwai Kibaki instituted a dusk to dawn curfew, if only to stop the killings and restore sanity between the two communities. It has not worked. Yesterday's attack happened at 5:30 in the morning and today's attack just before 7, the curfew notwithstanding.
When we start using our military to deal with internal security problems, that is the epitome of failure.
The government stamp of authority over 2,000 strong force, mostly from the General Service Unit, deployed in the area has since been withdrawn. Priority has now been given to the upcoming general election, with bulk of the officers redeployed to different parts of the country. The government and indeed the security forces may have shot itself on the foot with both the deployment and the recall.
What is the mission of these police who are deployed in Tana River?
You see, Tana River is a very small club. It's a very small area. So even the 2,000, I didn't understand what they were doing on the ground.
Hi, David Kimayo.
Newly appointed Inspector General of Police David Kimayo's attempt to set up a team to investigate those funding and inciting the warring communities is yet to yield any fruit. And there seems to be no idea on how to end the attacks.
We cannot put police in each and every door of an individual. I'm sure from the village where you come, there was no policeman in your mother's door last night.
Area leaders have kept mum since yesterday when the attacks resurfaced. Focus, it seems, is bent on the upcoming elections and campaigns to ensure they remain relevant politicians past the March vote. Well, analysts say the picture on the ground is that of a civil strife that has taken its own life, one that may need a change in the rules of engagement if the killings between the two communities has to come to an end.
Start with dealing with it as a people who are not willing and ready to live peacefully within a democratic society. The moment you classify the Tana River problem as a people rebelling against a democratically elected government, people who are not willing to live within law and order, then even under the Geneva Conventions, you are given the legal framework to deal with that problem from that time.
For now, without an end in sight, the country holds its breath, hoping that each attack will be the last they will hear of from the Tana Delta region. Lindah Oguttu, KTN Prime.